Hey everybody, thank you for joining us for another episode of In the Hills
of Tennessee.
It's your boy Tony from Nothing But Car Reviews.
My dog, McGraw.
Hey, don't start on that now. And we got the dogs in here as well. So we just finished eating some Clearview down there in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So we're out here in the cut, in the hills. You know how it is, undisclosed location.
That's right, brother.
So we don't want nobody trying to find this RV. But it sticks out like a sore thumb, so you'll know us when you see us. But anyways, we have big news, of course. This past Tuesday, America chose its, is it the 47th, the 48th?
47th, fight. Let's go.
The 47th President of the United States, Mr. Former President Donald Trump, which will now be the future president. It's kind of weird. He was a former, now he's the future because we're in that, like, gray area and the president-elect.
Yeah. Man, I'm just glad that sun did the eclipse and reset the world, man. We're back. We're back in action. COVID fucked everything up. Now we're back.
All right, and who's responsible for the COVID reaction?
Responsible for COVID? The Democrats. We all know that. We all know the Democrats are behind it, okay?
So they're the ones that...
Bill Gates? Behind it.
So did he make COVID, or is he the reason that Trump did so terrible responding to COVID, or what?
Trump did an amazing job responding to COVID. I got a stimulus check. Let's go. Cheap gas.
And that was all his fault.
It was amazing.
Hey, if that's the case, COVID was his fault too, so...
No, it was the Democrats.
It happened under his... You can't take all the good stuff and say it was
the
Trump,
Democrats
and all the bad
planted
stuff was
it in China through that Harvard student. We all know that. But anyways, let's pass. Let's stick to the present. You're right. What am I doing?
Fair enough. All right. So, America chose Donald Trump as the president. And I was reading the exit polls. I think, of course, among white men, I think, didn't he have, he had the majority of the vote. It wasn't like nothing crazy, but he had the majority there. Of course, among evangelicals, for whatever reason, they, like, knocked it out of the park voting for somebody who could care less about freaking religion, which is just crazy to me. But
yeah, whatever. I want to give a big shout out to the I think it was up in where was that? Pennsylvania, to the Amish. Big shout out to them.
Did they vote?
Stepping up and voting, shutting down Pennsylvania.
I didn't know they could vote.
That was a big
they all voted for Trump?
Yeah, that was big. That was heavy hitter.
That don't matter to them. They don't use nothing.
Oh, it matters. They live here.
Electricity.
They live here.
I'm surprised they even knew to vote. Nothing against Amish people, but can't they not watch TV?
Now, I don't know if they did it on paper or if they had to hit the computer thing. I'm not for sure, but let's go, you know?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I need to do more research. I didn't really care, honestly, because it don't matter. But, you know.
Because you didn't win.
If I did win, if I cared, it still wouldn't matter. I didn't want Trump to win.
Were you allowed to vote this year?
Nah. I had to go to, Oh, so you're already firing shots. Yeah, I should have registered to vote earlier. Of course, in Tennessee, it didn't really matter, but I should have...
Your boy done did it. I was ready.
I should have switched my registration, but they got me the last minute.
Yeah,
I've been
that's
busy.
what I'm talking about.
What can I say?
Shout out to Warren County. Let's go.
They got me. They already got business.
It's all right. I would have canceled out your vote anyways.
Well, somebody else canceled out your vote, so... Not enough people canceled out.
It's all right. I had my fiance vote to cancel out that vote. You know, it's just.
I heard you don't even know who she voted for. I heard she canceled out your vote.
No, they were just joking around.
But you know what? I mean, congratulations to
Let's clap
Donald
it up.
Trump, because
big shout out.
That's just typical America for you.
Where's my hat?
That's what's
I
great
should have
about
worn
it.
my hat.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Let me go get my hat real quick.
That's one reason I'm mad that he lost, because everybody always gloats when freaking Trump wins, like it's Tennessee versus Alabama.
Yeah, we need a
big. My team won, but
we need a big sticker right there.
I mean, if you think about it, most people that voted for him really lost.
Man, I'm just glad we're gonna get this border crisis fixed. You know, we're gonna hopefully, you know, he gets rid of the IRS. That'll be great. That'd be really good.
Anyway, so going to the immigration, what makes you think that, like,
he did it last time, he's gonna do it again?
So he did it last time. They all just came running back under Biden.
Yeah.
And now they're leaving.
Well, it was really Camilla. They came running back.
Camilla.
Yeah, she was supposed to go down there, and she didn't do her job. I don't think she could run a 7-Eleven if she had the opportunity, let alone a Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I don't think they would talk. I don't think Chick-fil-A would even review her application.
Probably not. Not with that name. Actually, they might. It just depends.
You know why I call her that name, Camilla? Because she's a chameleon. She tries to blend in every setting she's in. When she's in Atlanta, Georgia, doing a rally, she wants to be like she wants to have a little bit of a twang to her.
Oh my gosh.
We all know about that. We all know the truth. We all know the truth. You know, it's just who's going to say it. You know, so.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't argue with that because she was like my least favorite person to run when she ran against Biden and all them, or Hillary, whenever that was.
It was just a shit show for y'all's party, the Democratic Party. Okay. It was just a shit show.
The Democrats are not my party, first of all.
It was just a big shit show.
I just don't like selfish.
It was like, well, we can't get Biden anymore. Nobody wants Biden, so we'll just throw Camilla out there. And it's like,
that was stupid.
There were other people that probably would have helped y'all out a lot better. That could have been in there. Who? I don't know, because I don't research Democrats. But
I mean, if you look at politics in general, it's sad that our two candidates were very polarizing, and they literally went to their strengths. Donald Trump, for all that you say about him, he knows how to win an election.
Yeah, you're damn right.
And he knew when he lost last time, fair and square, how to get everybody else to vote
it was them Russian hackers, man. We all know. And then they invaded Ukraine. See, they had a diabolical plot. But this time, who knows what happened. But
I can't even say that sounds crazy because, I mean,
but
I don't have any proof against it.
You know what's really exciting? And I hope he can hold true to his word on this.
What?
And we need to let this be known. He did say that he would not tax overtime. So if he sticks to that, shoot. And how he's going to do that, I don't know. But
we'll see.
He needs to do that because that will really change a lot of the unemployment and work environment and shit like that. You know, because when I used to work 60 hours a week, you make that big $1,500 paycheck, and then you only come out with $900 to $1,000 at the end. And it's like, what was the point of even working that much when I could have worked right at maybe 48 to 52 and hit that gravy spot and not have to pay as much taxes. But it's not like it all goes
to taxes. That's the thing people don't understand.
When's the last time you worked 60 hours, Tony?
Oh, it's been about on a W-2, it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When you work for yourself,
the taxes are just. We left. Originally we left Britain, England, whatever you want to call them. It's the Brits. Yeah. We left there because of taxes.
Correct.
So why are we getting taxed out the wazoo? It's just wild to me. So if you just look at the time change over the last 300 years, it's like we've completely changed everything.
This is what I think is wrong with Americans, though, because you make a good point. A lot of people think that way, but like all the stuff that you use becomes more expensive. So a lot of these people voted for a Republican when they work for their government. And if you're worried about taking more and more money out of government, where are you going to work? Because if you're working
I don't want to work for the government.
If you're working for someone like me, let me finish. If you're working for someone like me, let's do the Elon Musk thing. Here's a
big shout out to Elon too.
So they're talking about people are scared of NASA because, basically Trump is trying to get everything going for Elon so he can get people to Mars. Whatever operation that was that he started back in 16 or 19, whenever it was, under his last presidency, that's one of the few things that Biden actually kept in place was the NASA program and what they had going on over there, trying to get people to Mars and to the moon.
Manipulation.
Whatever. Yeah. So that is in some, I don't know if it's still government owned. I don't want to speak on it, but basically they're trying to get everything towards private sector. So going to the Mars. You
got to look at when NASA was founded. You got to look back when NASA was founded, and that was after World War II, and we took all the German...
Are you off topic? Anyway, so what I'm saying is...
Let me finish.
No, because you love cutting me off. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, if you're looking at things to be from the private sector, you have to realize that that could affect you because most people in the private sector, there's a reason that they have so much money. It's not because they're trying to pay their workers as much as they can. They're trying to pay them the least amount of money.
I don't know.
Which is fine. That's,
capitalism. I don't think NASA is going to affect my day-to-day life on the price of goods being taxed.
Yeah, but who's in government will? If they're worried about the businesses
that's why I voted.
If they're worried about
everything.
Cutting taxes, you have to get your money from somewhere. So either he's going to run up the debt for Democrats, which Republicans love to do, or he's going to go ahead and lower the taxes for rich people and raise the taxes for people who ain't got no money.
What was the statement you just said previously?
What you mean?
The statement you just said like a sentence ago.
I don't know what I say.
I swear you said he's going to increase the debt.
Yeah,
he's the only one. He's the only one that's been in office last presidency when he was in office that reduced the debt, the overall debt.
That's cap.
That's not.
We can look that up. Actually, let us know in the comments because I'm sure it'll be 50% of the people saying that that's true, 50% saying it's false. If I'm wrong and that's not the case, because again, I don't do this for a living, I'll eat my words. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case because everybody's worried about him running up the debt again.
This may be causing static.
But I mean, regardless,
no, he's definitely.
You can't just tax. You can't just cut taxes for the government, which is revenue for the government, and then expect them to unless you're spending less, which I don't see that happening. So if he's spending a lot less than he's bringing in, then yeah, the debt will go down. But if he just cuts spending,
just print it.
That's not how that works.
We're backed by the military. Just print it.
Yeah, until we're not.
Oh well, we'll be all right.
People keep playing with China.
We'll get them good generals back in there.
People keep playing with China and China.
We don't want to play in their bathtub. Okay?
This is why inflation happened. Let me tell you this.
Nobody cares about the sea of China. This is why inflation happened.
Everybody's blaming Biden for inflation. No, you need to look in the mirror and blame yourself because you're lazy and you're over here competing with China and India. That's why we get all of our stuff from China and India. So if we go ahead and increase the tariffs on China and India, we're going to get worse quality work here and we're still not going to have enough money.
Or if we start eating our food from the Midwest. I mean, when's the last time you looked at Walmart and looked at the canned goods? They're from other countries. We need to eat from here. And it just goes back to what I used to say.
The millionaires and billionaires don't care about you. The companies don't care about you, the consumer. They don't care about the country. They care about making a profit, which is fine.
But where does that lead them?
If they go ahead and cut...
Once you get money, you get money.
If they raise tariffs, and we can't get cheap stuff from China or India...
We open the gas line.
That does nothing.
Oh, it gives us cheaper gas.
It gives us cheaper gas, but everything else...
And we don't have to compete with other countries and go invade them every 20 years.
Everything else is going to go up.
That's all right.
The middle class and the lower class,
we got laser beams, dog. We got advanced technology. We got advanced
be able to afford to live for the person that because the person they voted for.
Yes, sir. Sorry to change topic. I'm tired of all these other podcasts talking about nuclear fallouts. Y'all, we got advanced weaponry. I don't know what the fuck y'all are so consumed about nukes for. That shit's outdated. Dude, they got shit that can go in the air and shit. Fuck nukes.
You're putting your dogs to sleep.
Good. They like this. That's my fam.
They like listening to us.
Yeah.
Argue.
Yeah. Don't say this dog's name on camera. That's my guard dog.
Oh, okay. And then she growls.
She knows. She knows what's up.
Well, what else been going on? Oh, so what is it? The Republicans have the Senate now, the presidency coming up, and then they're going to probably have the House. They already have the Supreme Court. There's going to be...
Can I sing that song or will we get sued?
This is what people are worried about.
We're taking over.
You basically have
we're going to run shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a problem for a lot of the people that voted for this because... Who do you think they care about?
You know why I say...
Who do you think Donald Trump cares about?
Who do you think
Republicans care about?
I'm about to answer your question.
I want you to answer it.
You know why I say Trump 2050?
Why?
Barron's going to be president one day. It ain't just going to stop with him, dog. Trump 2050. Oh, we're taking it all the way.
That's
all the way. You don't think he's setting him up for success?
What's so great about him?
I've been wondering the same question. I think he's super smart, and he's probably like a whiz Like, they say that there's that soccer ball conspiracy where Russia gave the soccer ball and he threw it to Barron. That there was something enclosed in the soccer ball that was like leaked files from the Russians about the rigged election results.
Oh my gosh!
From when he lost.
We're not going to conspiracy theories right now. But speaking of Barron, and actually speaking of Trump, honestly, why do you think, was it 2 failed assassination attempts on
I
him?
was just about to get to that. Why so many, bro? At the own golf course, they shut that shit down at the golf course. But it's like, dude, 130 yards. So let's see, from here, but closer than that house. That house is probably 240 yards. Yeah. So
they got the wrong
that,
people doing this, bro.
No,
that's
did
why
you see them women?
That's why I don't think it's an inside job.
Did you see them women trying to? They're like panicking, trying to put their guns away and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
I was talking about that.
The Secret Service.
Oh no! Yeah, that stuff was wild. That first one, that stuff was
like,
wild,
get them out, bro. Hey, no disrespect though. Shout out to the female soldiers,
men and women in the Secret Service.
But them couple of.
It's not just them because they missed the guy that was on the roof. So that wasn't just on the 2-3 women that couldn't put their guns out.
Well, the other thing people aren't looking at is that there were explosives in that van parked down this road. Like, it was a bigger picture, and they just used that poor guy and manipulated him probably through a psychologist or something. And
or it was a setup.
Brainwashed him. Yeah.
On the Republican side, because if you're that terrible at assassination attempts. No one is that bad.
What if he was that good, like the movie Sniper, and they had the machine, and it was that good that it was like, we're going to graze his ear, and we're going to shoot the bullet like 3 inches to the left and just graze his ear?
That's what I think. Inside job.
I mean, it's possible. No. Either way, it sealed the deal for the election, crazy. So let's go.
Honestly, Kamala sealed the deal for the election, and Biden...
Who?
Camilla? And that first debate that Biden... failed at, but I mean,
what was
and it's hard to fail against somebody who literally makes stuff up the entire time.
She speaks like I'm fully retarded. No, I'm just kidding.
Would you stop saying stuff that could get us canceled?
It's a joke. She talks in parables, like just weird parables.
How does Trump talk? He just pulls stuff out of his butt.
No, I think he's like very direct. Serious, down to business.
Yeah,
like if I was to meet him,
stuff out of his crack that is a lie. Like you can fact check half the stuff that comes out of his mouth. But I will say a lot of it's like not even
what he said. I'm not gonna
like it's exaggeration or just like this is great. This was great. I was great here. We did this.
Is that your impression of President Trump?
I can do a little better, but
let's hear it.
I'm not trying to. No. Nah, shout out to Trump, man. He a funny dude. I'll give him that. I can't even be mad he lost because I just.
You know what I was worried about?
What?
I was like, if he loses, it's all gonna be Kill Tony's fault.
That was hysterical.
God, dude. Wait, who goes to New York and drops a Puerto Rican joke?
Who invites him?
Yeah, why would you have a comedian at the Madison Square Garden?
That comedian.
Out of all places. Like, he ain't gonna filter shit.
No.
And you got
if you don't know him, I get why people are upset, but like since I watch it, I thought the stuff was funny. Because
you know damn well Kill Tony was like.
A lot of people that were laughing probably weren't laughing because they watched that kind of comedy.
What was that GTA game where they had the Ballad of Gay Tony? That's what I picture. What I picture Kill Tony as, like the guy from GTA, the Ballad of Gay Tony. Yeah. But he was probably just just pissed off, like Trump didn't acknowledge me. Oh shit!
I don't know, man. It wasn't no big deal though.
Trump responded to it, and dude, that could have caused World War III if Trump didn't get into office, and it would have all been Kill Tony's fault.
It wouldn't have caused World War III, and it wouldn't have been his fault. Because most people did not watch.
But we got to start focusing on America, man. Like, we got to work from the inside out. Fix America first, and then try to fix the world. Dude,
America's one of the hardest countries to fix.
You know how many railroads were running?
They're so lazy. Americans are the laziest people on the planet.
You know how many trains?
By far.
You know how many trains were running off the railroads, which was inside jobs, probably from China. They were getting derailed, and like radiation was coming off these trains and shit. It was crazy, bro. Like our infrastructure.
So you think that's gonna stop because Trump's president?
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna step up the Department of Defense and Homeland Security and all that again.
And the conspiracy theories, just in general, about China doing
I mean,
all this
what
stuff.
Conspiracy theories have been wrong is the crazy thing. The last 10 years, 10, 20 years,
There are
all
several.
these conspiracy theories.
Obama's
but
from Kenya. Obama's not American.
He's not American.
Biden's a puppet.
Prove to me he's American.
It's been
No,
proven
I want to
times.
meet him in person.
Prove to me Trump's American then. I want to meet him in person. You see how dumb that argument is?
No, I mean, I'm literally like being
Literally, his wife ain't even American. Elon Musk ain't American. They were not born in America. Obama was born in America. That's what gets on my nerves. Like, his wife barely speak English. And I actually, Melania, ain't nothing wrong with that. I think, if you get here legally, whatever.
I'm not going to
But
speak
you
on
can't-
his wife.
literally, the
she
guy-
is super hot.
Shut your mouth. Literally,
Hey, you don't tell
the
me to shut my mouth, brother.
'cause I get tired of you always talking, yelling over me. Literally,
Am I yelling?
the guy
I apologize if I'm yelling.
who started this whole conspiracy that Obama was from Kenya, got his wife imported from another country. That's what gets me is the hypocrisy. Like, Trump won fair and square, but y'all over here saying, y'all excited that this guy won and literally he don't care about you. And the guy that's sticking up for the middle class because he's black, you over here saying he's Muslim and he's not American. It's just ridiculous.
I'm saying...
It makes no sense.
You think... Okay, just because... Okay. All right.
It makes no sense. You know it makes no sense. And that's okay. But like... Because you ain't got nothing to refute
just
that.
because he plays basketball at the White House means he's...
No,
what?
that has nothing to do with
just because
anything
he
I
can
just
hoop
said.
a little bit?
That has nothing to do
I'm
with what I
saying,
just
when are we
said.
going to get T.I. as president? Like, if you really want somebody that's like...
We basically have...
African-American.
We have a clown as president. It was Donald Trump. And he's going to be president again. And good for him.
You're wrong. Our country's going to do
Same
so much
thing as Ronald
better
Reagan.
in these 4 years. And it's
I'm
gonna
not
be
saying,
set
but
up
he ain't going to be doing nothing.
for another 8 years.
We'll see 8 years from now who's doing better and who's doing worse. Everybody who was doing terrible is still going to be doing terrible. And a lot of people are going to be doing a lot worse because the company they work for is going to be letting them go. The company they work for is going to be cutting their benefits and cutting their pay. They're not going to increase the pay.
Well, I mean,
because Trump's keeping all the jobs here.
I don't care about California, the West Coast. I don't care what the fuck they do out there.
It has nothing to do with that.
They can lose all their jobs. That state can fall into the Pacific Ocean for all I give a shit about. Okay. Oregon, all of them. I don't even care. I don't even really care about the Northeast, but I like them a little bit more. But what I'm saying is that go to Texas because that's where everybody's going. Elon Musk moved to Texas. There's a lot of jobs being created in Texas, and we all know about Texas.
There's less government in Texas.
We all know about Texas.
That's the biggest thing.
They can succeed from the Union, and when they sent them national, what was it? The National Guard down there to protect the border because Camilla wasn't doing her job. I mean, shout out to them. Shout out to the people willing to get on the front
Texas sent
lines.
the National Guard because Kamala
and they
wasn't
started
doing
putting
her
up
job.
barbed wire and everything.
I thought Trump built the wall.
Razor wire. Dude.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That wall.
Was it Obama's fault the wall didn't get finished?
No, that wall, like, they could just build tunnels, but whatever.
Exactly. So it's another reason that the wall was dumb. But everybody was all for the wall.
We need to just... Never mind. I don't want to get killed, so I ain't going to say nothing crazy. It ain't about you. It's about Mexico.
You think Mexico gonna kill you?
Okay, I'll go ahead and say it then. We need to go to Mexico, and we need to send our boys down there.
For what?
To get rid of all this fent that's going around.
So when all the fentanyl is getting brought into this country, whose fault is that? Is it the cartels that are selling the stuff on the streets? Is it the cartels?
It's the CIA. Which all comes from infrastructure, but then it's the cartels as well.
The cartels basically making it and shipping it.
But how are they getting all the supplies? Where are they getting all these supplies from? China. They're getting them from other countries. Fair enough. That comes with the infrastructure of the intelligence agency.
Okay.
So.
And they still can't do anything about it.
Which goes to why was Trump almost assassinated from 130 yards? Like, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, there was probably deeper shit going on. I don't know. It's above my pay grade.
I mean,
because I don't get paid nothing. You ain't gonna hear all my thoughts. You'll hear some of them, but I gotta filter some of them out.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. But so I guess along those lines, so Trump was set to be on trial.
Why are you so worried about Trump?
He just won the election. There's a lot that's happening that people don't even realize, and he ain't even president yet. All this stuff going on.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'll let you
That's
finish.
what I think is interesting. So, his case, he had all these pending cases against him. He the president of the United States now.
Up in New York.
Yeah. So all that stuff is going to go away.
I mean, hopefully.
And who knows what he did?
Well, honestly. She's talking about really coming after him.
He has 54 counts against him already that he was convicted for.
Yeah, well, she'll get prosecuted as well once it's all said and done. That judge, the attorney general or whatever. I don't know her name.
Who convicted him? Was it a jury, or was it just one person?
Mm-hmm. I didn't look that much into it because I believe it's all lies.
It don't matter to you. But you're telling me that Obama, you want to see him in person.
My thing is, we need to get down to the real juice behind this story. When he becomes president, whether convicted or not convicted, there needs to be some sort of reconstruction of the judicial system.
Oh, there will be.
All across America. And then that goes to...
He appointed 220 federal judges last time he was in power.
And that also...
Biden's done 213.
That also goes to that convicted felons should be able to vote. I'm not saying vote in jail or prison, but I'm saying, like, you should be able to vote. You should be able to... there should be maybe some sort of little criteria, but you should also be able to own your gun.
I feel like that's more of a liberal philosophy.
Because if you're a convicted felon and you want to get a gun, you're going to get a gun either way. But my thing is...
You're going to vote either way, too, because that's why everybody's stealing the votes, right?
No,
the Democrats are the ones that are over here making up votes.
Oh,
it's in the past now because y'all won. And you see, ain't nobody talking about, we got to go find 13,000 votes.
I don't know if you've seen all that red across the United States, or if you were colorblind.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I don't care.
The majority of the whole United States, the only thing was California, Oregon, and Washington wanted blue, and New York and up there.
I think the issue is everybody does not want these candidates for the right reasons. I will say that. I feel like you have California and Oregon that want them for the wrong reasons, and then you have all of these people.
Why? But I'm saying, why so much Trump hate?
Trump has no moral beliefs. He believes in himself. Matter? He's a leader. Matter. It matters to people who say they have morals, like evangelicals and people that think abortion is murder, but they're okay with people getting the death penalty that are innocent.
He pushed that back on the states. Just miss me with the nonsense,
bro. It's the hypocrisy.
It
is such an Anglo-Saxon American perspective. That's what makes me sick to my stomach.
So you're not American?
I am not.
You're talking like you're not an American.
That's why I think it's kind of hypocritical. Anybody who is like gays, lesbians, trans people, the reason I just want them to live their own life is because literally 200 years ago, black people were slaves. Literally 60 years ago, we were having different water fountains. Basically, we were being scared not to vote. But, we still were able to vote. Barely. But, I mean, it's just hypocritical because the same people who have been in power for so long are worried that somebody else is trying to take it. They're the only ones worried about it.
So it's a race thing.
It's a race. It's not a race thing. It's not like white people were born a certain way. It's a culture thing because they've been able to do what they want for so long. They don't even see that stuff ain't fair. They're already in control and they're like, now I want control of the women. Now I want all the Mexicans get out. Literally, the country was stolen. You don't deserve to be here. You're the laziest type of people on the face of the planet. I think it's hypocritical for you to be worried about Mexicans coming over the border selling fentanyl because your kids are taking it because they're spoiled too. No. It's just know your history, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, just know what's important and know your facts.
You're a different race. I'm a different race. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, look who's more successful. You are, correct?
Not because of my race, though.
But I'm saying, what struggles have you gone through? But look how far you've came.
Yeah, because again, I'm not one of the lazy Americans. I will. So
you're saying I'm a lazy American because I'm not successful?
I didn't say that you were a lazy American. I know a lot of people who work their butt off that aren't as successful as me. Maybe even work harder than me.
That's what I'm saying.
But again, living in America, there's a lot of stuff. I'm not complaining.
But I'm saying, do you feel like you're a voice?
I'm pointing out the hypocrisy.
Like, who do you think you're a voice for?
I would like to be a voice for everyone that cares about common sense, knowledge, and about what's right. Again, I don't want every immigrant in this country that wants to come in here.
But why should me and you even talk about abortion when we don't even carry
because
babies?
I think it's pretty obvious. That's like I wouldn't want a woman to have a say in whether I get my junk cut off or not. Why should I say something about whether they want to get rid of their baby or whether they want to get rid of their fetus or whatever it is before it's even, I don't know the whole cycle. But
you want to know? Can I tell you a story of Light in the Moon? Because you seem a little worked up.
No, because we're having a debate.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm worked up because you always interrupt me when I'm talking.
So I'll give you a little story.
And I'm trying to finish my freaking thought.
I have a family member who's been in the medical field for a long time.
Okay.
And she told me a story that back in the 80s, when she worked in New Orleans, that these doctors would tie the tubes of these women that were pumping out kids and not getting on birth control and couldn't raise the kids and were getting them taken by DCS and all that stuff, or whatever it's called in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And they would just tie their tubes without telling them and be like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Crazy. Just thought I'd tell you that story.
Anyways, so saying all that to say, I just don't believe in certain people having a say on other things.
I just don't think the federal government should be involved in... I think it should be up to the state whether or not stuff is legal. Like, more power needs to go back to the state than the federal government.
Yeah, but you saw that red wave. That's the problem. Because most of these people...
Roll Tide!
Again.
We don't give a piss about nothing but the tide.
It is not... There's still not a majority of people, I think, that have common sense and that care about others. Because that shows you by voting for Trump. You voted for the most selfish person that's ever run for president.
You just sound like a sore loser right now. That's all.
I'm not a sore loser. I don't have to be a sore loser. I'm still winning, buddy.
Because you're calling me selfish because I voted for somebody that I believe is a good businessman and a leader. Good businessman.
But based on what research have you done? Just because everybody else told you that? It's like the people... My granny literally goes to church and listens to her pastor spew this nonsense. So I do take it personally.
Harry Potter is witchcraft.
No, I'm talking about how Trump's the person you need to vote for. How are you going to be hearing that? Like, he is not... I don't want to say he's not Christian, because I don't like speaking on people I don't know, but based on what he has done and the little that I've seen, he's not the most Christian person that's running for office.
So you had to be Christian to be a president?
No, you just can't say that you need to vote for him and literally that last time he lost. Let me finish talking. Last time he lost, he was freaking cheated in the election. He wasn't. He lost fair and square just like he won fair and square this time. So that's not me being a sore loser. Again, I don't like hypocrisy. And the same people are always hypocritical about stuff.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm talking about the general, the same people who literally...
I don't even know what evangelist means. If that's Christian. What you're referring to.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, just say Christian.
Well, I don't think it's very Christian to...
What was that one guy's name?
Who?
Mark Cuban. Yeah. He pissed off a lot of women.
I don't know what he did.
He said something.
I think I did hear that he said something, but I didn't hear what it was.
Yeah. Can you pull it up?
No. I don't know. Can you, like, kind of elaborate on it?
He said something that was, like, mean. I don't know if he said fat or stupid. I can't quote it. I'm going to pull it up real quick.
Regardless, most people who actually get offended by stuff, there's a reason they got offended by it.
Yeah, so what are you offended about?
I'm not offended about anything. I'm offended about hypocrisy. That's what I can't stand. Like, when Joe Biden won the presidential election, I wasn't out with my Biden hat cheering. It didn't make me that big of a difference. I went out here saying, thank goodness Trump is gone. I was just minding my own business. But when Trump won, all the Trump people was over there talking about, yeah, you know, this, that, and the other. Some dude told me at work yesterday, he was talking about how, and I just thought this was crazy. He said, you know, it's factually proven that liberals are more depressed than conservatives. And I literally was like, where did you hear that nonsense?
I'm sorry, I zoned out. I was looking at something.
I mean, who is more depressed than somebody that'll vote for the most random reality TV show host just because he's a good businessman?
Better than voting for whatever the other guy's name was.
Why? But based on what? Just because y'all don't like him?
Oh, I'm trying to find this quote.
Oh, okay. So that answered my question.
Okay, Cuban said, Donald Trump, you will never see him around strong, intelligent women ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them. I'm trying to find that one quote.
I can't argue with that.
Let's see.
Except maybe his daughter. Say what you will about who's that, Ivanka? She a boss. Just based on the little I know about her.
There was something. I heard it on the radio and I can't remember. Oh, there. Oh, it's YouTube. Never mind.
But what you read, I think was pretty. You can go off of that. I think that's a good point.
I just clicked on the first thing that popped up.
Yeah, but if that's true, none of the women that I see around him that work for him are necessarily geniuses. They just know how to get under people's skin.
Well, he has that. I don't know if it's his daughter-in-law or some in-law. She's badass. Blonde hair. Woman.
His daughter?
Is that his daughter? Or daughter-in-law? I didn't know.
I don't know.
Either way, she's badass. She's from North Carolina.
I mean, all his family is pretty
from the
successful.
Carolinas.
I will say that.
He was trying to.
But I don't think it's because they're geniuses.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just took advantage of their opportunities. And good for them. Just like I take advantage of my opportunities. A lot of people don't take advantage of their opportunities.
Yeah.
And they're mad when they don't do that.
Yeah, you gotta take advantage.
Mm-hmm. It's American dream right there.
I'm gonna go
Work
ahead.
your way up.
Go ahead and get you. Take advantage of this opportunity.
Alright, stop being weird. Anyways, because you know I ain't gonna edit none of this out.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
But,
deep off in the cut.
Anyways.
Burning one up.
Supreme Court.
What about him?
What do you think's gonna happen with that?
I don't know. It don't affect me.
That's what affects you more than anything.
Well, I've yet to even seen the Supreme Court. Knock on wood.
They passed, or what they do, they got rid of Roe versus Wade, which basically protected,
I'm not familiar with all of...
Didn't they cancel, like, Roe v. Wade and Brown? I don't think they did Brown versus Board. Basically, they said, all right, abortion's up to the states, and then they got rid of, what's that stuff called? I'm having a brain fart.
Oh, I don't know. That medicine?
No. It's not equal opportunity. Affirmative action. Yeah. So basically, you can't use race as a qualifying factor for going to college and whatever. And I will say, this is something where I don't necessarily lean liberal on because I do think...
Let me hear your point on this.
It's difficult because, again, if you don't know your history because you're always in your own bubble,
well,
like most conservatives are, and that's just factual, because why would you be in any other bubble? I think, like, I get why you might think a certain way. But if you actually know people, again, I've been in Chicago in lower, at best, lower middle class, first half of my life. And then I was pretty much upper middle class, second half of my life in Tennessee. You know, I obviously see the benefits of not having income tax here. I see why it's not as good having income tax up north. But I do think it's just, people don't know what they don't know. And they're like, oh, well, you're poor and I'm poor. Blah, blah, blah. But literally when the government is there to make sure that you're poor, I think you have a little less of a foot to stand on if you're just poor because you make bad decisions. You know what I mean? When you do know better, you just decide not to.
Yeah. And we all know people like that.
Exactly.
We all know at least one person like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
whether it's our family or friend of a friend.
But I also know people who never had an opportunity to be better. Yeah, they've always had everything thrown at them.
But you know,
I don't think you can.
What should the government do for people like that?
It's not on the government, I don't think.
I don't think it is either.
And that's where
maybe the state, but the state has things. They offer free counseling for childhood trauma, stuff like that. There's stuff that you can work through to take advantage.
But what's the difference between the federal and the state? Literally, it's just answering
I don't know. That's what I've been wondering.
Like the federal.
I'd rather the states have a little bit more power.
I think you should have 50 different governments. Yeah, and you can just choose your own and go move over there.
I don't know about.
I think it's kind of hypocritical.
Extreme of that extreme, but like so I think back to like my own opinions when I was like younger, before I really knew what was or knew more about what was going on with the country I lived in.
Yeah.
That I live in.
Yeah.
That I was born in.
America.
Is that damn, you got me on. Fuck me up with America.
Sorry.
It's alright. Is that I forgot where I was going.
No. I'll try and get you back on tape. Just interrupt me when you remember. But we were talking about just basically my point is I feel like
Okay, I remember.
There you go.
Is that the federal government? I always believed when I was like a kid, that's just the military. That's to protect our country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the Coast Guard, the Navy.
Protect us from other countries, basically.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't know that all these taxes. You know, when you're a kid, you don't really understand. I mean, you're not an adult. You know what I mean?
You don't have to know this.
You don't understand why your parents are stressing about money and getting upset and watching the news and the political sides. And then you get older and you're like, damn.
Certain things do affect you, yeah.
You know, damn. Like, I remember when I was, like, real young, I saw a glimpse of, like, some war going on TV. And it's like...
You've never actually have to seen war.
Praise God.
You know? But then it also makes you think, like, was all that stuff, did it even matter? Because what did it change?
The war? You're talking
just
about
all the wars that we've gone through, what did they change?
I think we've been on a downhill slope.
I think other than the Revolutionary War and then the Civil War,
Vietnam.
What else mattered to us? But it matters to the world.
Well, World War II was like really beneficial whenever we took all the German scientists and created NASA, like I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah.
To brainwash people, but...
So, Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Because I see so many people with stickers that say they support Israel, this, that, and the other. Why does it matter? Like, as a country, why do you think Israel is like Jesus?
Yeah.
It just is.
I have a lot of different opinions about it that I'd rather not talk about. Okay. I didn't know we were getting to that topic, but as far as the war, I think it's pointless, and I think it should be neutralized immediately.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting that they've
and that's another reason I voted for Trump, is that under his presidency we were successfully getting out of Afghanistan. He threatened them. Everything was going smooth. We were withdrawing smooth. And I just feel like under him there will be no Ukraine war. There will be no Israel versus Iran, Palestine, and all that. There will be none of that nonsense. It will just be...
And why do you think that is? Do you think
there will be more peace? Because I just think he doesn't take shit from nobody.
So do you think he's going to tell them to knock it off, or do you think he's going to join
I think he's going to be like...
You think he's going to join Russia, or do you think he's going to say, hey, Russia and Ukraine, cut it out?
I think he's going to be like, yo, Putin, dog, what's up?
Okay.
Can you calm down for a little bit?
Fair enough.
Can you chill out for another 20 years?
I'd like to see that. That'd be nice.
You know, we know your dream is to restore the Soviet Union, but can you just chill out for like 20, 30 years? Let your son do it.
Your son do it.
You know what I mean? Just chill out for a little bit. Let's have some world peace. Let's have some world peace for about 5, 10 years and see how it goes.
Well, I will say on world peace, that's one thing I can say about...
and I do support world peace.
I do too. But,
I know everybody gets in their fifis and just wants to act off emotions, but...
So what do you think about Hamas? Do you think they just need to be destroyed?
Who?
Hamas.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much.
Okay. That's who's going at it, I think, with Israel right now. They keep getting rid of the leaders.
I mean, I can... if you want to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I can phone a friend right now. I don't know if he's in or out of jail right now, but I can give him a call. And I'll be sure he'll...
You being goofy.
I can call Habibi real quick, and he'll tell you what's up.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think that's one thing that you also see here, because a lot of people who... They can be from the Middle East, and a lot of them are like, yeah, Palestine wrong. And then a lot of people support Palestine, and then it's the same thing...
Well, either way, nobody wants a war, and I think that's why they also a lot of Arabian Americans voted for Trump very heavily, which was shocked a lot of other people.
It shouldn't have.
It didn't shock me
Because it's the
they
same
don't
thing
want
with the
war.
immigrants. It's the people that are
they
here.
came here.
Yeah, exactly.
They were
the
refugees.
Same thing with the Latino vote. A lot of these people came here to get away from those other people. So
Yeah.
why would they want them to come in here with them? That's why they left, to come over here.
Exactly.
So I mean, I get that perspective.
You know, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I just think it's one of those things where it should be a lot more simple than it is. But it's just
Very
like working
simple.
at a job. You got to work with a bunch of morons.
Yeah.
You could be the best at whatever you're doing, but if these
You're
other people
fired.
have to, you know.
That wasn't a good impersonation.
Well, I mean, you could get fired, or you know, you just can't ever do your job because other people stand in the way of being successful.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna try and impersonate President Trump, but I'm not good at it. So.
I don't know, we got to work on that. Both of us need to do better, so we have it on point next time. But,
yeah, well, I
mean,
want to practice on camera.
I wanted to address just the the presidency. I'm sure we'll be talking about it in the next weeks because I'm gonna have my news set up, and this is just kind of a first day back for us since we've been working on this RV for freaking 2
Yeah, why don't
months.
you go ahead and tell them about that, brother?
Well, when I say we, Big Blanc has basically done 99% of
Yes, sir.
redoing the RV. Of course,
As you can tell.
But it's running, driving now real good, so it can go places now. It's just inside still needs work.
Do that as put that a picture of the engine. That thing's shiny.
Oh yeah.
New carburetor.
Shout out Edelbrock.
Shout out Edelbrock.
We have to do a review on the RV on the Nothing But Car Reviews channel.
Dude, that Edelbrock's badass.
And just freaking running down the road.
That thing's sucking like a supercharger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's running good. Just gotta do some more work to her.
Oh yeah. But
yes, sir.
I think we're gonna end there, and then we'll be trying to get back on it next week. So thank you all for watching.
In the hills of
Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
See y'all next time.